Hey, Mega Mom.
It's Jessica, Randy, and Stephanie.
And we are Real Estate Mega Mom.
We are top producing agents, coaches, business owners,
and busy mamas leading a community of hardworking real estate agents
who are learning to master faith, family, and real estate.
Our podcast is dedicated to sharing the real and raw stories of raising families,
growing and scaling real estate businesses, all while living a Jesus-centered life.
Most importantly, we want to help mamas just like you build a business and life they love.
And prove that success can be achieved without sacrificing balance. So join in as we talk all things mom life and real estate.
Whoa! Happy Monday! It is a Monday, right?
It is a Monday.
Technical difficulties always happen on that Monday. So, hello, Miss Sweet Gayla. Is it Bustos?
Bustos, but I've been called worse, so you can call me whatever you want.
All right. Well, welcome to Real Estate Mega Moms. I'm Stephanie Stockberger. I'm one of the partners here at Real Estate Mega Moms. And Jessica Hensley and Randy Mendez-Para are also partners, but they are not here today. Jessica was having a little technical difficulty as well.
It's a Monday. It's okay. I get it.
Hello, Monday. So, Miss Gayla, thank you so much for joining us today. I'd love to hear all things about your business. I was reading a little bit about you before I got on, and you are a powerhouse. Powerhouse. You are a mama, which is hard enough, but you are running a super successful business, and I would love to hear all about it. So start off, where are you from? Kind of, what's your mama scoop and your business?
So I'm actually originally from Reno, Nevada, which I believe Randy lives there now. We moved to Colorado about 10 years ago. My husband was military, so I actually moved here with no sphere. My husband got out of the military. We went broke and I was tired of it. So I called my dad, I called my realtor, and they both decided that they would pay for my schooling for real estate because they saw that I had a drive. And right then and there, I did great. I met my best friend, Brittany Wynn, and we decided to go out on our own. And I couldn't have done half of the job without her and my team. And now we're here.
Wow, that is an awesome story. So if we go back to, I loved hearing about your saying, and we were broke. And so, I mean, a lot of us moms have been at those stages in our lives where it's like, what do we do now? God, please help direct me. So at that stage, you and your husband were in a new place. You had no sphere. And you had a realtor you said that you had reached out to. So you had a realtor that was turned a friend at the time as well?
The agent that helped us buy our house when we first moved here. And so that was the first connection I had. One of the first people I knew here. And so I contacted her right away and I said, hey, I'm thinking about getting my real estate license. Can I interview you? I want to know everything. And she was nice enough to sit down with me, tell me everything bad about real estate, everything, her and her husband. And then they said, are you ready for this? And I said, yes. And they said, okay, well, we'll pay half of your schooling if you can pay the other half. And I called my dad because we even got the foreclosure letter for our house. Like, that's how broke we were. And so I called my dad and I said, hey, I am thinking about doing this. And he said, I've been waiting for you to tell me that you wanted to become a real estate agent. They've talked to me about this when I was like 18, 19, but of course I was dumb and didn't listen to my parents. And then I just did it. And I didn't look back, and I haven't looked back since.
Wow. So I'm curious, why did your parents want you to get into real estate when you were that age? I mean, did they have a real estate background?
So my parents, they don't have a real estate background, but
Okay.
what they used to do is they used to buy land when it was really cheap, like in the 80s and 90s, and they would hold it. And that's how they sent my sister to medical school in Washington, is they sold one of their lots for, I mean, a lot of money. And then they were able to not only help her pay for the school, but actually give her a lump sum of cash for her to not have to work, because she was a teenage mom. And for her to become a doctor, they knew basically we're going to have it. She's not going to be able to work. She still has her baby. My nephew was, 3 or 4 at the time. And so that they were able to do that. And I saw that, how they were able to basically, if they were in some type of, they needed money, they used their real estate to grab money here and there. They bought stuff. They still have a few things of land that they still own, and that it's going to the grandchildren now. So that's going to be their retirement. And that is really their retirement plan. It's owning land and holding it until they need to sell it.
That's absolutely an awesome story. And I think that was God kind of moving in your family from the very beginning. That's an amazing story to hear. So now when you started, so you got your license, your friend helped you, who was your realtor, and your husband helped you. They encouraged you to get in it. Your parents encouraged you to get in it. You ended up getting your license. Now, did you join a team right away, and what year was this?
So I did join a team right away. I actually joined the realtor that helped me. I joined her team. She had a powerhouse team at the time. And I joined it, and that was 2015. And I stayed with them for about a year and a half, 2 years. I want to say I closed about the first year. I got in like halfway through the year. So from May to December, I closed only 6 deals. But then 2016, I ended up closing about 45 deals. And so I had to kind of figure out, and I also had to look at, when I decided to leave, are these deals mine? Like, where am I getting these deals from? And I'm an introvert, so that was really scary for me. But because I worked so hard for my clients, I didn't have to really go and put my name out there. The clients were coming to me because I showed them how hard of a worker I was and how I was going to work best for them.
Wow. So that was a quick move to, you said 45 transactions.
Yeah.
So when you started on your own, you had started developing a sphere of your own then, and the ones you were able to take from your team. And then, so tell me about, what got you started once you went on your own? What got you started? Like, what was I understand sphere, but what else did you do to start generating business and start thinking like an entrepreneur on your own?
So the first thing that my business partner and best friend did was we made like this New Year's resolution that we were going to do one vlog every week until the end of the year. And we were only allowed to have 2, like, I can only be like, okay, I'm sick, I can't do it, like, once. And she only had one opportunity to be like, we can't do it this week, because we were like, we're going to do this. We did, and again, this was like 2017. So vlogs were not a huge thing, especially for Facebook. We ended up sharing those to all the Facebook groups, and we were getting like 3,000-4,000 views on them. And then all of a sudden, people started tagging us when they saw that they needed real estate. People had real estate questions on other groups. So it was really kind of cool to see how we branded ourselves. We branded ourselves as Property Mommies here in Colorado Springs, and seeing how people started like, oh, talk to the Property Mommies. And we didn't even know who these people were, to tell you. They just kept seeing our videos every week. I would share them. I got blocked on so many groups. I got blocked or kicked out or whatever, but I didn't care. I was like, we didn't have tons of money, so this was free advertising for us. And we didn't have to go, I personally didn't have to go and talk to people, because again, I get social anxiety. I do it because I know it is part of the job, but I don't even know. I can't even, my heart would be racing. It's racing right now talking about it.
Well, you are doing so good. I know you said you're an introvert.
Yeah.
You're doing so fabulous. So when you did the blogs, I suppose since you were doing those and you weren't in front of someone as an introvert, that just kind of that helped you be able to get out there, and then you're able to like push the videos out versus being face to face with someone. Is that right?
Yeah, and being face to face with like a bunch of different people. Like a lot of real estate agents will go and do a bunch of events, which we will be doing, and we still do events. We do events for our past clients and stuff like that. But being in front of being around a bunch of people, I get anxiety. I start acting really weird. People probably think I have like resting B word face or whatever, but it's really just me having this like I don't know what to say. I'm a weird person to begin with, okay? So I don't want people to think I'm even more weird, so I just try to like be quiet. But
Not weird. We're all unique.
unique.
I'm
Thank you.
also weird. I'm also spaz, but it's all unique. It's in God's eyes, right?
Right. And so it was a lot easier for me just to push out the videos. Like, here you go, here you go, here you go. Even one of our agents now, last year, 2 years ago, she was talking to one of her back neighbors. He didn't know that she was on our team for whatever reason. And they were talking about real estate. And he's like, you know what? I think I'm going to use those property mommies. And she's like, that's the team I'm on. So that just shows you, and we don't know who our back neighbor is, and that just kind of showed you the power of us doing those videos.
Oh, I love the video story. I don't know if you've been following along with Mega Moms. We have a social challenge that we're doing, and that really challenges all of us to get out there and get in front of people. And video, honestly, is a good way to do that because you're not right in front of someone, or even just post and that kind of thing. So we're doing that right now, and it's so exciting. I actually joined Real Estate Mega Moms probably about 5 years ago or so. And one of the things I love best was the social challenge, which was really every day just doing something and getting out there, even though it really wasn't in something the wheelhouse of what I wanted to do. It kind of pushed me to do it. So I love to hear your story that way.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and we have decided, because we got so busy with real estate, that we put the videos in the back burner. And like my business partner and I, Brett, we have decided, like, listen, we're just gonna do it. Who cares? And we made sure that our videos were not perfect. I mean, if you saw our first video, you could see inside our nostrils. They were terribly edited. Like, we just like threw it on there. Like, if we messed up, and we didn't care. And as you get a little bit more like professional, you're like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. Just do it. And I need to take that advice too.
Absolutely.
So I actually have started the social challenge, because I also need to be, even though I'm an introvert, I do need to be, I still do need to be out there in social a little bit.
Yep, and you need to. Everyone needs to set aside time to be able to do that and make it an importance. So I think we're all kind of, the same way, Gayla, as I feel like we all kind of need to just make it something that we do on a daily basis. So, so tell me about your business now. I know you joined, or so you're on a team. You went solo. You are now Property Mamas, which, by the way, I love the name. With your best friend, and you mentioned another partner. So tell me, what is your team structure now, and what's your average price point? How many units do you sell? All of those kind of things.
So right now we have 2 team leaders, and that's myself and my business partner, Brittany. And then we have Shannon, who is our agent director. She's also an agent. She gets paid when our agents close deals. So it's not just us that get paid as team leaders. She's also going to get paid, but she's also going to be the one to, when the agents have questions or the agents are writing contracts, she's reviewing the contract. She's answering the questions. She's kind of following up on them, making sure that they have everything that they need. And that took a lot off of my plate and Britt's plate, so we could focus on bringing in more business for our agents. So we could focus on making sure that our customer service is good, because we are all about quality, not quantity. And I feel like when you own a real estate business, it's kind of hard to think like that for one, but we noticed when we started thinking like that, the business did come to us. And so we did end up getting that quality or quantity, but we also got quality in clients as well.
That is awesome. So now, are you a brokerage,
We
or
are
are
not.
you?
No, we're not a brokerage. We do. We are part of a small brokerage called Springs Home Finders here in Colorado Springs. We were part of Keller Williams for many years, but we decided we wanted like the small brokerage for at least a few years.
That's awesome. So do you guys have brick and mortar then? Are you at home?
So right now we're all mostly working at home. We do have an office, a home office. It's not ours, it's our brokerage, and we do meet there every so often, like every other week, but we're mostly working from home or each other's home. My business partner, Brittany, I will keep mentioning her. She has a plant shop, so sometimes we'll go there and we'll work from there.
I love it. I see your pretty plant behind you there.
What?
I love that. So, a lot of moms ask me, they're like, how do other moms and mega producers, how do they set up their days? So first of all, I don't think how many kiddos do you have, or do you have kiddos?
Yes, so I have 2 kids. I've been in business for 7 years. So my youngest at the time was maybe 2 or 3 when I joined. Now my youngest is 10 and my oldest is 15. So I am blessed to be out of the diapers. They're wiping their own butts, thank the Lord, which makes things a little bit easier. But it also, now I kind of feel like I need to be home even more to spend that extra time. So moms that have young kids, I know it's tough now. It's going to be tough. Work hard now. So when your kids are a little bit older and they can see it, they still see me hustle, but they also see me be able to be home with them a lot more.
I love that. And yeah, when the kids get older and they're in activities, you actually get to be the parent that's there.
Yeah.
And I think that makes a huge difference. So when your kids were little, so you said 7 years ago, so they were what, 6 or so, one of them was. So tell me about that type of day for you. So did you bring the kids to work with you? Did you have daycare? How did you do that?
So actually, we would just strap them on us. So my oldest was in school. He was in kindergarten. I would go to the office every day, even if I didn't have to work. They probably didn't even want me there because I was probably bothering all the agents. But I made it a priority to be there Monday through Thursday. I was able to put my youngest into daycare for like 3-4 hours so I could go into the office. I watched everyone. I took every single class 3-4 times. And then I would pick up my kids, get home. If I needed to go show a house, they came with me. And don't get me wrong, there were times where I know I probably shouldn't have brought them, or times where I wanted to beat their butts, or times where, I just gave them the iPad just to make them be quiet and stop fighting, but I got it done. And I know it's tough, and I know you want to cry. And I cried so many days. So all your mamas out there thinking you guys did the worst. I still have mom guilt. You guys are doing it amazing. Your kids are alive. And that's my TED Talk for that. Like, do not be hard on yourself.
Yeah, I think that's tough, especially for women that just get into the business and they have kids. And let's say you can't afford to get daycare right away along with working, or you don't have a spouse that can take over the kids while you're working right away. I think it's really important to be able to, carve out a schedule. Don't just quit. Don't just lay down. Carve out a schedule that will work. And you know what? Bringing the kids is better than not going at all. So do you want to sit home and paralyze yourself, or do you want to go to work, bring the kids, and hey, work with people that allow it? You are the spitting image of being able to grow with that. You probably developed clients that are used to your kids being around. Am I right? Or
Oh, absolutely. I have clients who pretty much their kids grew up with my kids. I have clients who I don't even talk to, and they're like, "Hey, how's Cash, my oldest?" It's really amazing. And I think when your clients do see that side of you, they understand that you are a human, and then they don't seem to call you at 2:00 in the morning over, dumb things, or they won't text you at 6 o'clock in the morning being like, hey, are you up? I don't mind that. But they do see, like, last year I was so lucky because last year I had all my clients were amazing. And I would text them on a Saturday to give them an update. And they're like, what are you texting me on a Saturday? Go hang out with your family. I didn't work Saturdays or weekends last year. I was lucky enough where my clients were like, absolutely not. You show us the house on Monday if it's available. And if it's not available, then it's not meant to be. And I was like, okay. But I'm going to tell you, all your moms out there, it is hard. You're going to feel a lot of guilt. You're going to feel a lot of shame, but I have shown my children that anything is possible as long as you work for it. It's a learning process. I've been lucky enough to have a great husband who is very supportive, who actually ended up quitting his job so he could support me even more and take care of the kids even more. And I always say he's a better mom than I am. But I'm telling you guys now, like, it's worth it. And your kids don't care. I'm telling you now, my kids love it. My youngest is a hustler. He's over here selling. He found 3 cell phones. My parents had like 3 old cell phones. He went and he sold them. And I'm like, I should be mad at you, but you're a hustler. And I appreciate that.
That's awesome. One thing that piqued my interest was you said your husband quit his job. So my husband also quit his job. He actually ended up getting into real estate with me. But what's your husband's schedule like?
So basically, we wake up every morning around 6:30. We get ready. Make sure our kids are out the door. They now take the bus, so we don't have to worry about taking them anymore. We go straight to the gym, come home. We break off. I start working in my office. He starts doing whatever he needs to do, cleaning, prepping for the day. Now that my parents are here, though, it's going to be very interesting how it all works out. And then he really does make sure that I have everything. He's like my personal assistant. And we've talked about him getting into real estate. We've talked about him maybe doing property management. But we just decided, you know what? Just right now, just stay home. Let's just figure this out. He gave the ultimate sacrifice. He was in the Army. He deployed 6 times while in the Army. And so for 11, 12 years, he gave the ultimate sacrifice. So now I'm like, it's my turn to work. Like, you can work, later on, take care of the kids, and let me do this. My dream was always to be a rich housewife in Orange County. And now I'm the breadwinner and he gets to be the housewife. And so it's kind of cool to see that.
That is really cool. I love that story. And thank you for supporting someone that is serving your family for serving. We really appreciate that. So moms are going to be asking as well, can you give them a couple keys to success now? I know that your vlogs were super important to begin with, but you must have many systems that you kind of can contribute to success, which can you tell me what your sales are, Did I see 25 million plus?
Yeah. So last year we ended up with 26 million. We're a small group. There's 4 of us now. One of the agents last year, that was her first year in real estate, and she ended up closing, I want to say 6 or 8 deals. This year, her goal is to do double that, and she's already on her way to doing that. We closed 40. No, hold on. I closed year to date. We've closed 50 deals already. We are already over 26 million. Again, that's because of the price range. So don't be like, oh my God, that's amazing. It's just because the price point is a lot higher. We have actually probably sold less homes so far, but that, again, we're still making more money, quality versus quantity. We're getting better clients. So that's always good. Out of the 50 deals year to date, 44 of them were referrals. Out of the 44 referrals, 13 of those were agent referrals. So thank you guys so much. Mega Mom, has been great for the referral business for me. That was one of my main things I wanted to really focus on, was loving my agents back, and making sure that they understood that I had their back and I was going to take care of their clients. So thank you so much to the Mega Moms on that, which means that the rest of the 31 so far is sphere of influence, past clients, everything like that. And that's the year to date. So from January of this year to now.
That's amazing. I'm really proud of you. That's a lot of hard work with kids at home, and well, just for any individual as well as team. So,
Right.
So Jessica always likes to ask a couple fun questions towards the end. And my phone just completely froze and went dead. So I don't know what they are, but I'm going to ask you a couple ones that I like. So what are you binge watching, or are you binge watching anything?
Okay, so I am binge watching a few things. I'm eclectic. Let's call myself eclectic, because I told you I'm kind of weird. So right now we're watching, of course, the House of Dragons. Who isn't? I'm a Housewives fan. So every Wednesday I'm watching Housewives of Beverly Hills, Housewives of Dubai. I can watch, those are my guilty pleasures. And I'm watching Mike, which is about Mike Tyson right now, and it's a good show. It's probably not a mom show, but it is a good show. And I'm getting caught up with the whole. My husband's a nerd. You would never guess it, but he's the biggest nerd. And if you look on my page or on my Instagram, you can see us doing Comic-Con and getting like the full cosplay. But he's been watching, and I've been kind of like watching it, but like on my phone. The Lord of the Rings series. I don't really know what it is. They kind of scare me, but I'm watching it. So that's for him. But if you guys like that kind of stuff, do it. What's your favorite thing about the inner circle? So my favorite thing about the inner circle, I just saw this question, is the fact that I get to know other moms. I get to kind of see what they're going through. I feel like I can either help them, or sometimes I'm going through the same thing and I'm too embarrassed to post about it. So reading like how people are handling the other questions, it really does make me feel better. It makes me feel like I'm less alone. It's really one of my favorite things. And as someone who's an introvert, I do like to be alone, but sometimes it's a little depressing. And reading, when I was going through with my kids when they were younger, and like seeing that it's not just me going through this, it's not just me having this mom guilt of working so hard. It made me feel like, okay, I am doing the right thing. I'm okay.
I love that. That's the exact reason why I got involved with Mega Moms. It was really just being by myself, and not being able to connect with people that I had the same thoughts that I had. And I was Googling one night, and Jessica popped up, and there's her video, and I'm like, oh, I like her. And there's a sense of community, and we're all doing it together. We look out for each other. So I love to hear that, Gayla. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you reading anything special that, any kind of real estate books or motivational books?
So I try not, I do read real estate books. I try not to, like, just like the podcast. Like I watch this podcast. I have like 2 or 3 real estate podcasts that I listen to and I watch, and same with books. Right now I'm reading one about being a team player, and I have it somewhere in my room. I'm not in my room right now. And it's like probably building a real estate team or being a team player in real estate. But I really try not to listen to tons of real estate podcasts, because it is such a big part of my life that I need to sometimes take a break. So like I listen to a lot of comedian podcasts. Where Your Mom's At is hilarious. She's a mom comedian. Love that. So I probably should read a lot more. But for me, listening to non-real estate things kind of helps me and kind of makes me excited to do real estate again, because then not my whole life isn't just real estate. I'm also Gayla. I'm also a mom. I also own another business. I also am a best friend. I'm a dog. Like, I'm just so many other things than just a real estate agent. So I try not to just read and consume real estate.
I love it. I love it. Well, ladies are going to have questions. They're going to want to connect with you. I would love to know how, yes, like how can they connect with you? What's your Instagram? All those kind of things.
Yeah, so you can connect with me through Facebook, Gayla Bustos, or you can go to my Instagram, TikTok, it's like OG Gayla B. And I am trying to get better with TikToks. I love them, but again, it's me just being like, Gayla, shut up and just post. But yeah, please connect with me. I would love to answer any questions you may have on being an introvert, how to get your name out there, how to maybe be a better mom if you feel like you're not, or if you just need someone. I'm always a glass half full, so crap happens all day, every day with us. And I'm like, well, we're alive, or, glass half full, it was only 10,000 and now to 15,000. So if you need someone to cheer you up, call me, text me. I'm always here. And I really do love to help.
I love hearing you say that. And thank you so much for joining us today. I can't wait to go back and just like watch your videos. I really want to see the vlogs. I want to see the vlogs. I think that'll be the one thing on my list to do.
You're going to laugh. If you guys go back to property. So if you guys go to our Facebook page on Property Mommies, and watch these videos, you guys are going to laugh because they are so terrible.
But the thing is they got you, every step got you where you're at. So, I mean, absolutely. I love to watch that growth. So thank you again for joining us today. We appreciate you so much and have a blessed Monday.
Yes, you too. Be productive. Have a productive Monday, everyone.